Episode 100 of the Everything NYJ Podcast starts right.
Watching Everything NYJ with Liam and Italy Jet, and it's starting now.
Okay, well, I'ma be here for a while, longer than I did expect to. I was out of town, getting lost and I was rescued. Now I'm in the crash, come down when I run out of jet fuel. But I never run out of jet fuel. But I'ma be here for a while, longer than I did expect to. I was out of town, getting lost and I was
Let's
rescued.
make sure we play like the
Now I'm in
New York
crash,
Jets.
come down when I run out of jet fuel. But I never run out of jet fuel.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 100 of the Everything NYJ Podcast. If you guys have come for a positive show tonight, then you will not be getting one. But before we get into tonight's episode, I'm riding solo, as you guys can see. Just going to put the link in the chat. If anybody would like to come on and express their feelings, they can go ahead and do so. I'm going to put that right there. It's in there. Oh, it's like, where do we even start? Where do we even start? You know, I really want to do something big for episode 100. It's just not fitting. It is just not fitting for the mood of the New York Jets fan. And to be completely honest, I don't know how we're here again. I really don't. I thought that we were past this. We were supposed to be past this. And I get it. When you lose Aaron Rodgers, things change. I get that. But not to this level. We've been saying this since we got Aaron Rodgers, that you need a veteran backup quarterback. I sound like a broken record because I have said it so many times. And this is not a hot take by me. Everybody else says it too. Every other content creator, everybody on Twitter says the same thing. Gardner Minshew was available. Teddy Bridgewater was available. Why? Why were we so arrogant to repeat the backup quarterback position with Zach Wilson, who last year was constantly booed off the field? The team quit on him. They were wearing Mike White t-shirts. Everybody but Zach Wilson played a lot better in that offense. 107-year-old Joe Flacco played decent. It was so bad that Week 17, a game that meant nothing, the New York Jets were already mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. They were playing the Miami Dolphins. The New York Jets were so afraid to play that kid that they would rather play Joe Flacco, that never belongs in an NFL uniform again. I never want to see him wearing a Jet jersey again, and I don't think he will. But then again, I don't know. I have no faith, no trust in this New York Jets team right now, in this coaching staff, in the front office. Once again, more questions than answers. And it's pathetic. It really is. Nathaniel Hackett has to be better. Robert Saleh has to be better. These guys need to wake up. You're going to fail, and you're going to get fired, most likely, if you continue to roll Zach Wilson out there. Now, I want to be very clear and say this. Maybe backtrack a little bit. I 110% expect Nathaniel Hackett and Robert Saleh to be back next year. No matter what. They got Aaron Rodgers coming back. There's no way that they're going to be making coaching staff changes. There's just no way. And anybody else would have been fired. Or would be fired. Yes, it's only 3 weeks into the season. But we are regressing. We're getting worse. We're going backwards. Robert Saleh, in his press conferences, oh my God, I just want to shoot my brains out. It's crazy. I cannot listen to this guy anymore. Seriously. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Robert Saleh, how dare you blame everybody else? What are the wide receivers supposed to do when they're getting open and Zach Wilson is just standing there holding the ball, running in circles like a dog chasing its tail? Seriously, what are they supposed to do? Zach Wilson gives this team no chance to win. 4th and 10, you're checking it down to your tight end. The New England Patriots were handing us this victory on a silver freaking platter. They were. How many false starts after false start after false start did they get? Penalty, holding, face mask. Everything. So many penalties, so sloppy. They missed 2 field goals. They were putting Jets in great positions to win. Punting, we were getting the ball at our 30, 40-yard line. Putting any team other than the New York Jets, that's great field position. They were handing us the game. And we said, no, we insist. Please beat us for the 15th time in a row. Please, we're begging you. 15 straight, baby. Take it. It's yours. 4th and 10, we're checking it down to our tight end. What kind of quitting mentality is that? Not even trying. Where's the mobile Zach Wilson that would scramble and run and get some first downs? We are now once again seeing deer in headlights Zach Wilson, who just stands there, holds on to the ball, and gets sacked. He gave up a safety. And you know who I really feel bad for? This defense. I feel so bad for this defense. What more do you want them to do? Would you hold a team to 15 points? There's no reason that you should lose that game. And technically, they held them to 13 points. Defense was not on the field when that safety came up. That was the offensive line. That was Zach Wilson getting sacked in the end zone. And the New England Patriots, check this out, were almost pushing Zach out of the end zone. Seriously, come on. Did I expect the plan to go as smoothly once Aaron Rodgers went down? No, absolutely not. But how many different people have said you got to get a veteran backup quarterback? Teddy Bridgewater was available. We couldn't go get Teddy Bridgewater for an extra $2 million, $3 million, whatever he's getting paid. It is the most important position in all of football. And we are arrogant and we neglect it, and we have done nothing but ruin quarterbacks. The only thing that we have proven is that we don't know what we're doing at the quarterback position. You bring in Aaron Rodgers, and that doesn't work. He gets hurt. But we had such a feel-good offseason. Hard Knocks, One Jets Drive. All offseason, oh my God, we were drinking all the Kool-Aid. We were loving it. We knew adversity was going to hit at some point, but nobody was expecting the New York Jets to be the Titanic heading right for the iceberg. 3 weeks into the season. I'm not somebody that really thinks, oh, you got to make this change and that change and this change so early into the season. I'm not that guy. I understand things take time. But we should be so far more along than we are now. It's embarrassing. 15-10. You hold a team to 15 points and you lose the game. And our head coach, he does nothing but double down on Zach Wilson. We refuse to get a quarterback. We got Dan here.
Liam, what's up, man?
What's going on, brother?
Yo, loving the passion for all them Jet fans out there that went to the stadium yesterday. Big time, man. You guys are the epitome of fandom. But right now, we're stuck in this rerun as Jet fans. We've seen this before. Management has seen this before. But there is something worse that's coming. Like people might say, oh, we hit rock bottom. No, we haven't. Unfortunately, because it was a double-edged sword with Aaron Rodgers. With Aaron Rodgers, we were all in it, all of us, management, owners, fans, everything. The problem with Aaron Rodgers was we had to acquiesce to every single demand that he wanted, and that included our backup quarterback. We needed to keep Mike White. We knew what Zach Wilson was. The counter argument to that is, well, you can't really cut the guy because he's on the books for $10 million. All right. So we're going to let go of Mike White or try to get someone else like a Gardner Minshew. Nope. We're going to keep Zach Wilson. If that was the case, money was the deal, put him as a third stringer and get yourself a viable backup. Not Tim Boyles. See, Tim Boyles is Aaron Rodgers' guy. Randall Cobb is Rodgers' guy. Billy Turner, another bum. Rodgers' guy. Nathaniel Hackett, we know what his dad can do. The apple didn't fall that far. That's where we're at right now. And now, what happens going here forward? Do I trust Saleh, what he said today? Part of me says no because of what happened Saturday with Dwayne Brown. Could there be out of nowhere where we say, oh, that he comes out on Wednesday and says, oh, you know, Zach Wilson, unfortunately, he got injured. You never know what happens behind closed doors because they want to save face as well. This is a nationally televised game on Sunday night. So with that being said, they know they're going to get embarrassed with Zach. So do you trot out, you know, Boyle, or do you get like a Bryce Perkins, or do you try to make a blockbuster trade for Cousins, who Minnesota's at 0-3, but that would mean that they would be punting on the season, knowing that they're not going to re-sign Cousins. What is our game plan moving forward? And this is on Joe Douglas, because we had to know that we're getting a 39-year-old quarterback. And hey, dude, I'm 42, and I get out of bed, and it hurts. Imagine rupturing your Achilles tendon at 40. This would be, correct me if I'm wrong, the oldest quarterback to ever rupture an Achilles tendon and come back. He's going to be 41 next, not this December, in 2025. He's going to be 41. Do I trust that? I don't trust that. This was an all-in year this year. This was what it was all about this year, not next year. It was about this year. And unfortunately, when Aaron Rodgers went down, we knew our hopes was gone because we had Zach Wilson waiting in the wings. We knew what we had. We knew it. And again, unfortunately, it's one of those where ownership, this franchise, the organizations, they get what they deserve. But us fans, we don't deserve this, man. We do not deserve this. And that's why I'm gonna end it at this, and I'm sorry for keeping so much of your time. But there's a lot of Jet fans. And you wanna say, well, you know, they're really not Jet fans then. They're really not. There have been a lot of turmoil throughout seasons and seasons, 20-year-old vet Jet fans, 30-year-old, that when they see the product, what they saw yesterday, that's equivalent to what they saw last year at Foxborough, where the game was there to be won. All he had to do, Saleh that is put in Mike White last year, or yesterday put in Boyles, because he couldn't get any worse than this. And you see this, it drains a fan to the point where they don't want to watch the Jets anymore. And I haven't missed a game. I'm telling you, I haven't missed a game since 1991. I'm about to throw in the towel, and I know I might get a backlash. You know, what kind of fan are you? Is it worth it? Is it worth to watch Sunday Night Football with Zach Wilson? What hope is there? When Joe Namath, who I always respected him, he never said anything shitty about any quarterback, ever. And I was back in the day with Brownie Nagel, Troy Taylor, all these quarterbacks that were really god-awful. Brooks Bollinger, never. Have I ever heard Joe Namath speak the way how he did yesterday on Twitter and today? At what point is Woody Johnson going to say, you know what? I don't have a head coach. I don't have a head coach. And who's up next? Nathaniel Hackett? That's what I'm saying. This is going to get very, very bad because there's going to be an enormous mutiny with the players. Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Michael Carter, Sauce, all these young nucleus players, they're going to want out. Maybe they might not get traded, but they may ask for a release. They may make it so uncomfortable. What, Aaron Rodgers is going to make everything happy once he goes into one Jets drive and say, "No, guys, let's give it a shot." I think Aaron Rodgers is a.
Oh, we're losing you there, Dan. Uh-oh.
All right. I got to say, Aaron Rodgers, I think, is a big name to blame with. Yeah, I'm here.
Gotcha.
I'm good. I think Aaron Rodgers has a big name to blame because he probably also wanted Zach Wilson part of this organization. He probably thought that he would be able to fix him. So again, the Aaron Rodgers factor. This is a cascade factor. Do I trust Aaron Rodgers to come back next year? No. I fell for that. I fell for it. Everybody fell for it. That rupture with the Achilles, that's nothing new to us Jet fans. It happened to Vinny in '99. So when it happened, I shrugged my shoulders. I'm like, this is normal. This is normal for us Jet fans. Why can't we have nice things? Because we always look towards the wrong direction. Always. There's no big boy pants. You got an owner with ice around his neck. What an embarrassment. I mean, as a Jet fan and a fanatic, dude, I'm like you, man. I bleed this team, and this is what we get. I'm sorry, man. And I'm with a good friend of mine as well that he gave up. God bless him. I'm not going to be like, oh, what kind of fan are you? No, dude. What's more important, man? What's more important to root for a team that knows that they're going down the shitter, or live life a different way, man? Because this is not healthy. Liam, this is not healthy. What we're going to see Sunday night, this was an all-in year. Joe Douglas had to check off every checkbox, everything. And backup quarterback was one of the key components where, all right, God forbid Rodgers goes down. Who do we have? Yeah. It's not about best friends anymore. It's not about, all right, the only way to get you in, all right, we'll get Tim Boyle. I'm going to ask you one question, Liam. Let's say the Jets didn't sign Tim Boyle. What other team in the NFL would have picked Tim Boyle as their backup?
Yeah, you're right. Nobody. He'd be sitting there with Carson Wentz. He'd be sitting there with Matt Ryan and everybody else, and he wouldn't even be a thought. There'd be some team that needs a backup quarterback, and they wouldn't be saying, "Oh, let's go pick up Tim Boyle."
No, exactly.
He'd be out of the league, and he will be out of the league after Aaron Rodgers is out of here. I don't know what his deal is. It might even just be like a 1-year deal. I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have Tim Boyle's contract pulled up in front of me, but I can't imagine it's very long. But once his tenure with the Jets is up, there's a very realistic chance that he's out of the league, unless he has a game like Mike White where he comes in, he balls out, and that's the only reason that Mike White's on the Dolphins right now. But I don't see it. I don't see that in Tim Boyle, and it's very telling that I get it. You want to save face. You wanted to shove down our throats that Zach Wilson is correct. Zach Wilson's the guy. So you don't want to give up on him early, because then you got to answer that question. You got to answer, well, Zach is so bad. Why are you starting him again if you just had Tim Boyle in there and maybe Tim Boyle throws 2 touchdown passes? Right. They are so afraid of being right and being wrong about Zach Wilson. I don't have the numbers pulled up right here, but later on tonight, look up, I swear to God, Jamarcus Russell's stats and Zach Wilson's stats. I swear to God, they are almost mirrored. Yep. Almost mirrored.
It's
that bad. It's that bad.
Right. The best scenario, honestly, the best scenario right now, and I hate to throw in the towel because the defense is so good. We've been waiting for a defense like this since the Rex years. But with that being said, There's no strategy on defense either. This is all players just pinning their ears back and just going right after it. There's no rec scheme. Even Todd Bowles, who I despised, had a scheme. At least a Tampa 2, something. He had something well that he did with Arizona and he brought here. Saleh doesn't have that. Saleh has been exposed as a complete fraud. That's what he is. He's one of us.
Yeah.
On the sidelines. First quarter, 13 minutes to go. The Jets get a sack, and we're jumping up and down, fist pumping. He's doing the same thing. Where's the professionalism? Where's okay, that happened on second down. We got to get ready for third down. What do we do for the next drive? There's nothing in his hands. That's what it sucks because we've all been had. Like, again, 3 years ago, Saleh was at the top of the list because we saw a lot of wrecks in him. But unfortunately, the people that we're interviewing just got hosed with hiring Adam Gase. They couldn't see that there was some similarities there. Mm-hmm. They couldn't see it. So my whole thing is this year, if they continue to go this route, how does Woody Johnson say Saleh's coming back at 3-14? Because let's be really honest, Liam, where on the schedule do you see the Jets winning their next game? There's no place on this schedule that we can sit here and sincerely say, the Texans are easy. Yeah, the Giants? Yeah, no, I think we might. There's no way. It was 4th and 10. 4th and 10. He threw a 1-yard pass.
To Conklin.
We can't. I don't see the Jets winning anymore. So now that poses something else. What happens? Are we first overall? Is it Caleb Williams? Is it Drake May? Is it the other kid from Oregon? Are we starting over? Are we getting a new coach? What's going on? Because you cannot sell this product in 2024. You can't do it. You can't. There's no way that anyone's going to buy Aaron Rodgers coming off an Achilles tendon. And again, we have to also make sure that his rehab is going well, because he can say all the nonsense that he wants. Keep on doubting me. Keep on doubting. Dude, this is New York. This isn't Green Bay. This isn't freaking California. We see right through the nonsense. We would love a healthy Aaron Rodgers, but hopefully next year they could do it right. But again, I'm preaching to the choir, right? If they've never done it right, how do we know that they're going to do it right next year?
They won't. I have no faith in this team. The only reason that heads aren't rolling is because Aaron Rodgers is coming back next year. They're not going to get rid of Hackett when Aaron Rodgers says he's coming back. Right. We're getting at least another full year of this entire coaching staff. I guarantee it. There's no way that you're not. And Robert Saleh, you know what he's like? He's like your old buddy that you have a bunch of single friends that you're all going out to the bar having a good time, dancing every night. And then you get married and you never see the guy again. In San Francisco, he was a rah-rah guy. He had guys ready to run through a brick wall for him. He comes to the New York Jets. He's saying the wrong thing. He's doubling down on something that you can tell he does not believe in Zach Wilson. I don't think this is him. He doesn't. Somebody's pulling the strings. I don't know if it's Joe Douglas. I don't know if it's Woody, Christo. I don't know who it is. It doesn't matter who it is. But Robert Saleh is your old pal, your old best friend that got married, had kids, and now drives a minivan, who used to drive the Corvette.
Fuck,
seriously, that's what he is.
That's me, man.
But stay true to yourself, because that guy is not.
Yo, Liam, thank you so much for your time, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Hope everything's well, man. Definitely appreciate you coming on.
Appreciate it, man. Keep up the great content, man. Be safe.
All right, you too, man. All right, there we got it. It's not just me saying this stuff, guys. It's really not. Dan saying it. You look all over Twitter, everybody else is saying it. I don't think Robert Saleh believes in what he's saying. But getting into the game here a little bit, I don't even know where to start with this game. I was really watching this game in utter disbelief. But I was scared knowing that I've seen this before. That's what I was saying to him. I've seen this before. I know where this is going. But we almost won that game too. We saw at the very last play, that Hail Mary, we saw the arm talent. The intangible from Zach Wilson, the only intangible. We saw Zach Wilson stand in the pocket at the 50-yard line and throw a rocket into the end zone perfectly, right in the end zone. Not over, not in front. All Randall Cobb had to do was come down with it, and he dropped it. Can you fault him? No. Yes and no. Yes, you can. You're a wide receiver. It hits you in the hands. You should catch that ball. But at the same time, it wasn't just on Randall. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm done. Am I going to watch? Yes. But where do we go from here? Where do we go? Like Dan said, I have no faith whatsoever of them winning a game. Like, I can't sit here and, at least now, and say, yes, they're going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, did I think that they were going to beat the Chiefs with Aaron Rodgers? What I was saying when Aaron Rodgers was healthy was I think that he gives the Jets a chance to win every game. That's exactly what I said. Go look on all my other videos. And I even said, this doesn't mean 17-0. I said, but I look at the schedule. There's not a team on there that I don't think that we can beat. Maybe, I was going to say, maybe have an upset to Kansas City or the Eagles or a tough team like that. But this coaching staff is going to get exposed. Zach Wilson is going to get exposed on Sunday Night Football. There's got to be a rock bottom. When does it end? How bad does it have to get before they make the change? And like we said, Tim Boyle, not necessarily the option. I really like Chad Henne, but he says he's not coming out of retirement. And let me tell you guys something right here. I have a question for you guys. If you're a backup quarterback and the New York Jets are trying to get you, what is their selling point? What is their selling point? Yes, you have a talented roster. Who's pissed off? That locker room is going to implode. We saw it happening already. Garrett Wilson yelling at Hackett, yelling at Zach Wilson. It's bad. We knew that it was bad a couple years ago with Adam Gase when they started off. I remember they were 0-4 on Thursday Night Football against the Denver Broncos. They went 0-4, and we said how pathetic and how bad it is. You knew it was bad when Christopher Johnson was coming out and doubling down on this guy after 1 week. But we knew that it wasn't going to last. We knew that it was a rebuilding team. We were going to get a CEO type head coach. We were getting a quarterback, a fresh quarterback. Now, what's different? The only thing is we have more talent. The only thing that's worse is that we are wasting this talent. Every snap that Zach Wilson takes, it's a wasted rep. It's a wasted contract. It's a wasted year. Next year, when Aaron Rodgers comes back, if he comes back, it's not guaranteed. He says he's coming back, but he doesn't necessarily have to. If he comes back, then you're getting Sauce, Garrett, Brees in year 3. These guys are going to want extensions. These guys are going to want to get paid soon. And I don't think it's... I don't know. I don't know. It's scary. It's pathetic. It's a disgrace. How much more do we take? How much more can we take? Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to get us out of here. Here it is. Follow everything NYJ on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, X, and of course YouTube. Like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back probably Wednesday night. I don't know. I'm going to be doing a couple shows by myself. Italy Jet is on vacation right now. So that's going to wrap it up for us. And let's get us out of here.
I created a monster.